Hey, everybody, and welcome back to a what? Yes, there's a clearly. Welcome back to another Tuesday news update with Lee interrupting everything I'm going to say, just like he does in real life. So we've got a couple things to go over and a phone call. Oh, you caught it quickly that time. Good for you. So that's the problem with having everything linked together. When you get a phone call on your phone, your computer rings. So that's always enjoyable. But so first thing for this week, we do not have any music scheduled for Friday and Saturday, mainly because it is the holiday. So on Friday, we are only going to be open until 6 o'clock. And on Saturday, we are closed for Christmas. So if you're expecting to come in and listen to some stuff on this weekend, come back next weekend. We'll get you set up. So that's kind of the music
next weekend
thing.
We have 3 nights of music.
Oh, next weekend we have 3, so that's fun. Also, this week we do have music video bingo.
Boop.
There you go, with Jeremy and Gracie. Is it going to be Jeremy this time? I think last time it was somebody else, and I sound like an idiot. So that will be happening on Wednesday at 6:30. Let's see, I think that's really the only stuff we have for events going on this week. Keep posted on both here and Showcase on Main, our website, Facebook page. Auditions will be coming up for One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. Roughly when, Director?
Very beginning of January.
The very beginning of January. So keep posted. They'll list what you need to do to prep for it and go on from there. I believe all, if not most, of the roles are open. So come on out. If you know somebody that'd be interested in it, send them that way. It should be a fun show. All right. So Advent beer. Let's go over that. So the beer today on the 21st of December in the year of our Lord 2021 is the Granite Run Coffee Stout. So that is a nice hearty stout, 5.8%. So it's not going to blow you out of the water percentage-wise, but it is a very robust, delicious stout brewed with a load of specialty grains, Magnum Pearl hops, and then also it has 3.5 gallons of a concentrated cold brew that gets put in after fermentation. So you do get a lot of lovely coffee notes all throughout, and some on the nose as well. That's a very tasty beer. Lee likes it because he's addicted to coffee and caffeine, so it makes him feel better about himself.
Yeah.
That
breakfast beer.
Please don't actually drink it in the morning before getting in your car and going to work, though. Save it for dessert beer after you have something, maybe with some cake.
That too.
Let's go with that so you don't die, and then it's our fault. We've got Cash for Christmas is still going on. That will go on up until Friday. So you can go through Friday and get entries to be entered into the raffle. That'll be the first Friday in January. Top prize is $500 cash. Then it goes $250, $150, and then gift baskets from different merchants who participated in giving out the cards. It's always a fun little holiday bonus that Elkton likes to do. So again, if you come out to the tap room, please remind me if I didn't give you a card. If you spend at least $10, you'll be eligible for one. I see that not being very hard here. Got that. Weather for today is going to be a high of 43, low of 33. Tomorrow is a high of 43, low of 23. So make sure you turn off any outside hose taps and stuff you can so it doesn't freeze and burst some pipes.
And on Christmas, it's going to be 60.
Christmas, it's going to be high of 57, so almost 60. Not bad. Your random fact for today is that the tap water in Manhattan is not technically kosher. They have found tiny little crustaceans living in the water. So there you go. Fun fact. Boil your water first.
It still doesn't make it kosher.
It doesn't. I know. It's all I have. But, and then since it is whiskey day, before we go into what whiskey that we're going to be drinking tonight, give you a little information about what we're going to be doing next year. So as we've been doing this whole year, we try to every month pick a different like family of bourbons. Like this is all the Woodford line. Then we did the
barrel. We did
barrel, Buffalo
Buffalo
Trace,
Trace.
all that kind of stuff previously. Next year, instead of doing that, we're going to try to do a whiskey from every state. So it's going to be a drink around the U.S. sort of a tour. So we are starting, I believe Lee has a picture.
Which we already showed.
But show it again. Why not? Have fun. So those are going to be the first 4. We are not going to be going in any sort of particular order with the states because some of them are harder for us to get in than others. So trying to get something from, let's say, Alaska, it's going to take a lot longer than getting something from Delaware. But so we are going to be starting off with Clyde May, 6 and 20, Penelope, and Douglas and Todd. So that is in no correlating way. New Jersey, Montana? Nope, Minnesota. Thank you. Minnesota, Alabama, and South Carolina. Thank you. So we are going to be doing that. That's going to be January. Then we're going to be continuing that on. The only month that we will not be doing that will be March, and that we are going to host a selection of Irish whiskeys and scotches. So keep posted on that. But going to what everyone kind of comes to these things for, today's whiskey pour. That is the Woodford Reserve Rye Whiskey, as you can see on your screen right now. 90.4 proof, like every one of the Woodfords. They're very consistent in getting that to be that exact proof, which I find impressive, maybe a little sketchy, but at least impressive. The mash bill on that is going to be 53% rye, 33% corn, and 14% malted barley. So it is technically a rye. The minimum requirement for rye is 51% on that mash bill. The color on that is going to be kind of a light gold, almost a honey in color, I believe. Look closely enough. Doesn't have the viscosity of that, but it is close. The nose is very light. You're going to get a little bit of rye, some like new lumber smell possibly, as well as a little hint of apple. The palate on it.
Do actually get a lumber smell.
Yep. The palate, Lee, if you would like to take your sip so you can pretend to agree with me on these things. You do get a little bit of rye spice, some honey, and apples. However, due to the fact that it is only 53% rye, you don't have that heavy traditional rye spice. This drink's a little bit closer to a bourbon than it does what you'd expect from a rye. So you don't get that heavy spice in it. You get a little bit, but it's not too overpowering. Smell like wood.
Apple.
What?
Just looking at the
flavors like that. And then the finish on that, you're going to get the upfront of the kind of like a white pepper and leather, and then it's going to finish out to kind of honey and pear. It's a short to medium length finish, so it comes and goes fairly quickly. It doesn't hang on your tongue too long, so you do get to enjoy other stuff. You get to drink this, move on to a beer, another whiskey, whatever. Try some stuff out. But I believe that's all we kind of have in store for you today. So we look to seeing you guys coming out. True that, Cody. True that. Thanks. But we look to see you guys coming out and enjoying our company tonight. We will have another person behind the bar. I won't say who they are, but we've got some people training tonight. So it should be fun. And you get to watch me attempt to know what I'm talking about and teaching them how to do stuff. So until then, salud.